Hey everybody, so I just wanted to have a little talk about life right now and just get the early morning sun's just really starting to show up. And I may do another one of these when the sun's just starting to get up, but it's just a little bit of light. But I want to get the early morning rain and all that. Um, just because it can be kind of pretty, gloomy but pretty, you know. It's tree looked weird for a second. But now I'm gonna go through the house and go to the front, and I may take a walk. It's sprinkling a little bit right now, so I don't know. That was the original plan, and of course that got possibly it got waylaid. Oh, I thought this is kind of cool looking with the just the more early morning. Well, it's not the early morning sun, but it's the blue, that blue little whatever. It's just kind of cool. Nothing crazy. It's kind of cool. What I need to get is the early morning sun that I got probably 2 or 3 years back. I'd have to look, I guess, on my Facebook or whatever, and see when I got the. It was the natural light coming in on that stove area. It was really, really neat looking. That sound is me grabbing my keys in case I do walk. Make sure I have them. If they get in my pocket, I apologize for this. My pocket is not wanting to cooperate, and all you're seeing is blackness. All right. And this is the front yard, of course. The early morning. So, I just want to talk about some life things real quick. Right now it's not raining too hard, so I may try to maybe at least go to the top of the road. Let me step out and see how it looks. Let me get some of this here. But I want to talk about some life stuff. I guess I'll start out with the more positive stuff and then get to the, I don't say negative. It's neither negative nor positive, really. I don't know how you describe it. I did that too fast. I'm sorry. Let me get this morning. Really get it. Still going too fast. But so the good thing is we came to, because of brainstorming and bouncing ideas off each other and doing all that, we this morning, or not this morning, last night. Let's see how much it's raining. Right now, not too bad. And we'll get this. My friends came over, and we were going to write part of the um, found footage project that we're doing. We're going to write more of the script and the dialogue and the beats and all that. And we started, and we got some good ideas on there. And we were I don't want to say too much, only too many of our ideas away, but we had some ideas of where we're talking about cases that are similar to what we're trying to do. Thought someone would stand up there for a minute, but it's just a bucket. Uh, and so we started brainstorming, like, hey, what could be um, something cool, something that's kind of similar and would lead into what we're doing. And I was like, wait a minute, why don't we do the Pender County 911 case? Why don't we talk about that? And my friend was like, dude, that's a really good idea. And so we had that idea. And then from there, that original was my idea. And then my buddy, he expanded on that. He said, well, what we have is kind of, what we have right now is kind of ambitious. What if we push that off the second season of what we're going to do? And first, we did some more simple where uh, we're going to go to Pender County. It's raining a little too much now, I think. And like do an investigation for sure, real in some ways at least, to get that kind of that kind of desire that we all have to investigate the paranormal, the strange, unusual. And that case is really interesting, and we're not that far from it. We're only a couple hours away from it. So we plan to go up there and run a hotel. Well, we're doing that because it's simpler. It'll give us more practice, more experience, more, with acting and the technical aspects and all that. And then the more we do, the better it'll be. Whereas like future seasons will be more ambitious and such like that. That was the main point of everything. Sorry, I still have a bit of this cold, and with the weather cooling off a little bit, it just makes it a little worse. And then like we'll go on from there, but we're going to let me turn this around, make sure it's still recording. Hey guys, it's me. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit, and then I'll probably just switch it back to that. That might be more interesting looking at my mug. But so yeah, but we're going in there and we're going to rent a hotel or a motel, more likely, and we're going to try and do a story from there. Like we're investigating, and then shit goes wrong. We have some really good ideas. I'm not going to go into too much because that's not mine to share, just the basics. But I really feel like we're finally getting some progress done. We're getting some good ideas out there, and I'm really trying to, hammer down on, look, it's getting warmer. We need to get this done. We need to figure this out. We need to plan this trip. We really need to get it done. But I do believe, and there's still that doubt in the back of my mind, it always will be there, that at least we're getting somewhere. I think it's a really good idea to start off with something that's, a little more simple, sure, but go in there, do a good job of it, take as many takes as we need to. Do we find the right one? Put a lot of work into it, and just fucking do it. And I think we made some real progress. And now we came up with some ideas. We recorded, which I may upload, I may not. Like a mock, kind of a practice, kind of mock video of us talking about the Pender County for practice. And I think it turned out decently well for first time practice. It's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be the best. But it is practice, and that's what makes better, makes perfect. You don't practice, you're not going to ever get better at it. So I'm probably going to upload that, actually, probably, but we'll see. I may not. It's whatever. I'll review it myself and then see what we think. But yeah, I also was able to get some writing done on a story that I'm personally doing, where I think I've talked about this before. So a couple weeks ago, and I kind of got this feeling this week until I just made myself sit down and write and be creative. That restless, ragged feeling where I want to do something. I feel so restless. I'm doing the same thing, stuck being in the house. I'm tired of that. And, I'm just getting back to that habit of sitting down in front of the TV all the time. I can't do that anymore. I gotta go. So I got out and got in my car, and I did a video. Yeah, I did a video. Of me driving around and just trying, because let me explain something here. The story was about a guy, because they say write what you know. So I'm feeling this. I need to put this into a story. I need to, use the negative feelings that I'm having right now to create something nice. Horror story, of course, because that's my bread and butter. But it's about this guy who is feeling really restless. He's in the same. He's restless. He's tired of the same job. He's tired of the same routine, and he, like me, as I was about to do, he goes on night walks. I used to go on night walks. This would have technically been a morning walk, but whatever. He usually goes on night walks, but he's thinking, that's not really going to cut it right now. Not with as extreme as this feeling is. And so and I gotta watch these because it's only 15 minutes, and then it starts over. I don't want too far. Anyway, he goes out and he gets himself super fucking lost. Goes around all these country, twists and turns, not paying attention to what he's doing, not using GPS, not using his phone, and he eventually gets all these creepy experiences. And I'm pretty proud of what I've gotten so far. Sure, it's rough and all that, but I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of getting there and doing it. And I'm going to try and continue this one for once. But anyway, so I did that to I didn't get myself super lost. I'm not stupid, but I did take some twists and turns and, easily on my way back. But I wanted to try and get in that headspace. And it worked. I got a lot of writing done that night, and I got some done tonight. So we got that part. We got the more getting further on the found footage stuff, which I'm really excited about. A little over on the podcast stuff, sure, too. And then just sitting down and writing and, banging stuff in my making myself recreative. Turn the fucking TV off. Turn the fucking PS5 off. And just do it. I only got about 5 minutes, and we'll try to wrap this up. I think I'm going to just film this like this now. I can't get support, so I can't really go up. Yeah. Let me try and get this guy. But so I'm definitely considering in the somewhat nearish future getting a new job. And let me explain why. Some of you may know I work at a hotel. I'm not going to say where. I won't say the name of the hotel or anything like that. I work the overnight shift, and I do like the job enough. It's not anything I love. It's not anything I'm, I have despair of going into or hatred going into. I feel nervous going into anything like that. And also, I've been keeping up with working the treadmill. That's another positive thing. I want to throw that in there real quick because that's actually connected to the job. But anyway, I got to wrap this up because it's almost 15 minutes. But so I watched a video from Bob Gimlin the other night, or last night rather, or well, 2 nights ago technically because I stay up all night, so it's weird. But and he was at one point he's a night manager, which is bigger position than I am, but he had a really creepy experience in a spa where he had some alleged paranormal experiences. I'm not going to go into whether I believe those or not, but I got to switch back to me. Just to talk about stuff. But what I so want, what I would love to do, I want a job where I'm patrolling or searching around or going around creepy buildings or places at night, abandoned places, or places that are locked up during the night, that are isolated and strange and creepy. Because I just want to feel that desire, that interest, that passion for those things, that passion and that the thrill and the adrenaline rush of the hair standing on the back of your neck when you're in a creepy situation, when you're all alone in some building or whatever. And I'm going to try to get a job at some point like that. I looked around at some security jobs. They're not great yet. I'm going to keep up on those, do that. But that's just something I still want to do. I want to go someplace I really enjoy the job. I really enjoy the job. And I'm not breaking my back and my neck and my body for, a company that may just be like, okay, fuck you, we're closing your shift, which I've talked about in another video. I'm not going to get back into that, but I don't know. I love that. And I think I'm going to try to go out and do some abandoned places filming shit. I mean, it's just going to be this camera. It's not going to be the greatest, but it'll be something. Do some research about places I can get into that's not too risky. I'm not going to get straight up arrested. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do something like that. Try to bring the boys? Sure. But hell, maybe go alone. And just be super fucking careful. But yeah, I'm going to try to do that because I want to fill that void in my life that has that, I have been successfully watching some creepy videos on YouTube, and that helped fill that need, but it's still sitting down in front of the TV. It's not the best thing, and I still want to get out there and do these things. I really want to get out and do these things. It's such a huge interest for me, and I want to try and join. I gotta wrap this up. I keep saying that. I really do, though. It's over a minute left. And maybe this will help me get into communities and meet more people that share these interests. I don't know why I keep looking at this screen. I mean, look at this. Hi. And just meet more people, make more friends, branch out, be able to do more things and all that. Anywho, I better wrap this up. It's 1 minute till 15 minutes, and I don't want, just a few seconds of me saying, hey, bye. Anyway, wrapping this up, but that's what's been going on with life right now. Right now, I'm in a decent mood. Not a great mood, not as good as I could be feeling, but I'm going to try and continue on this path and feel better and feel better and feel better and not have that restless feeling as much. Peace out, guys. Love you all.